Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanda, Chapter 52. Ravana abducts Sita. Summary. Sita is abducted by Ravana. When they are on their way to Lanka, the whole nature, along with its inhabitants, laments for the atrocious abduction of Sita. In here, almost every verse is elaborated, for they contain poetic verses, and hence more stuffing in introduction is not appropriate. Chapter 52 in detail. There occurs another verse before this one in Eastern recension, a critical revision of a text which says that Ravana has firstly seen Jatayu, who is spinning on earth, to breathe his last, thereby giving some time to Sita to recollect what has happened. Humans definitely perceive either agony or ecstasy by its concomitant happenings, or by characteristic of uncommon reflexes of their own body parts, or by the presages, or by conjecturable concomitants, or by cognizing calls of birds. O Rama, for sure you are not able to know about big catastrophe called my kidnap is chancing on you, even though, O Kakoshta, these animals and birds are running towards you surely for my sake to tell about me. O Rama, this sky flyer Jatayu, who mercifully came here to save me, is verily mangled on his encountering Ravana, and he is sprawling on earth indeed by my ill luck. Thus Sita wailed. That best lady, who is very highly panicked, bawled noisily, O Rama of Kakoshta, O Lakshmana, liberate me now, as though the addresses are before her. That sovereign of demons, Ravana, rushed towards Vaidehi, whose garlands and jewelries are muddled up and who is bawling like an orphan one. Ravana, the lord of demons, has repeatedly and harshly taunted Sita, saying, Leave it off, leave it off. When Sita, devoid of Rama in that timberland, is clinging and muffling a sturdy tree like a climber plant and bawling, Rama, Rama, and that demon whose shine is similar to the death has clutched her hair, loosened from her bun, as a death loomed large on him. While Vaidehi is insulted thus, entire world together with its mobile or sessile beings became chaotic, and there chanced a blanketing of blinding blackness, and waftness is the wind, and shineless is the sun. On seeing Sita's appropriation by an inappropriate being with his brilliant eyes, the illustrious grandparent of the universe, Brahma, declared, The deed is done. But all of the supreme sages in Brahma's abode, on seeing Sita in such a condition, became despondent and yet delighted in foreseeing results. On seeing Sita's appropriation by an impropitiate being, the dwellers in Dandaka forest cognized that Ravana's annihilation has chanced coincidentally. Ravana, the lord of demons, on wrestling Sita, who is bawling Rama, Rama, also thus as Lakshmana took flight skywards. That Princess Sita scintillated like the oblique flashes of lightning in a cloud, owing to her golden colored body, which is muffled up with jewelry of pure gold and added with a golden colored ochreish silky dress while traversing in the sky. When her ochreish silk saree's upper fringe is lifted by air onto Ravana, Ravana looked blazing like a mountain set ablaze, muchly and overly. Reddish and scented lotus petals adoring the highly auspicious Sita have slithered, but again upheaved by air, they are bestreaved on Ravana. Upper fringe of Sita's silk saree with golden glitter is upheaved in the sky, and with the reddish hue of sun in red heat of midday it beamed forth like a reddish cloud. As with a stalkless lotus, that immaculate appearance of Sita is unbright in the sky when she is on the flank of Ravana, as Rama is not in vicinity. Her lotus pistils like unpimply face is adorned with a pretty forehead on which prettish curls are fluttering, and with teeth that are spike and span and sparkling, but tears dabbed on that face to sideways when she wept. Yet it is pleasant like moon for a sight, with shapy nose, pretty eyes, roseate lips, and shining with golden hue in sky. Nevertheless, when she has gone in the flank of Ravana on the sky, such an immaculate face of Sita turned like a pale moon that has just risen, bursting a bluish cloud. Highly disconcerted by the king of demons, that auspicious face of Sita is unbright like the moon arisen in daytime with somewhat golden hue, owing to the absence of Rama. She, that golden colored Maithili, who is moved by the blackish bodied sovereign of demons, shone forth like a golden cincture gilded to an elephant. Seetha, the daughter of Janaka, with a complexion that is goldenish yellowish in tinge of a lotus, moreover with her ornaments of purified gold, flashed like a lightning possessed in a dark cloud, when the stone-hearted Ravana possessed her. With the rustles of Vaidehi's jewelry, that lord of demons shone forth like a ship-shape blue-black cloud, with rumbles and undulating lightning, flowers grazing her best body on her head in garlands on chest and on armlets have fallen all over the surface of earth like showers of flowers while she is being abducted. Though that flower shower has fallen all over, it is windswept by the speed of Ravana and fell again on the decahedral demon. Like the garland of pristine stars that circles round the loftiest Mount Meru, that flower shower circled Ravana, the brother of Kubera. Slid from the left foot of Vaidehi, her anklet adorned with gems fell down onto the plain of the earth like an electric ring with its sparkles. She, that Vaidehi, who is so delicate, like reddish leaflets of trees, made the blackish bodied lord of demons Ravana well and truly lambent, as with an elephant with a golden girdle, stabled in an elephant stable by a Mahoth, the elephant trainer. Ravana, the brother of Kubera, on invading the sky, abducted the radiant Seetha, who is radiating the sky by her own radiance like a massive meteor. Some of her ornaments, which are lustrously flame, for they are sparkling like the sparkles of fireworks, are strewn about on the plain of earth with much clatter like the stars pelted down from the sky. A multi-string pearl pendant, a rivier that whizzes with the moonshine, has slid from the medial of her breast, and while sliding from sky, it is bright like river Ganga while she slid from skies. The tree on which diverse birds are perching have been stirred up with the wind, blown up heaven by the gust of Ravana's flight, while the swaying motion of those tree tops is as though waving hands to console Sita, saying, "Fear not, fear not." The lakes, with lotuses as their faces and fishes as their eyes, and with the other facial adornments like the swimming, sweeping, and sailing water moving, being like tortoises, waterfalls, and the like, are untested. For a similar girlfriend of theirs, the lotus-faced, fish-eyed, lotus-modelled Seetha is troubled, and thus they are sorrowing for such a self-same Maithili. All lions, tigers, animals, and birds have then gathered in herds from all over and ran rancorously and pursuantly shadowing the shadow of Seetha. The mountains appeared bewailing with their waterfalls as shedding tears and with their peaks as upraising arms, while Seetha is thus being abducted. On seeing Vaidehi, who is being abducted thus, magnificent sun in firmament is saddened, and lowly weakened is his sunshine, palely whitened is his sun disk, and faintly deadened is his solar constant. When Ravana is abducting none other than the wife of Rama, then there is no probity. At such a juncture, how conscience can prevail? Unfounded are kindliness and compassion. Thus, the host of all beings overly regretted. Very frightened are the fawns of deer, and their saddened faces are with tears, shedding eyes with flustered looks, and they looked up and up at Seetha in sky and wept. On seeing Seetha, who is undergoing anguish in that way, the Salvan deities physically shuddered in a worst way. She who is looking searchingly at the plain of earth for Rama or Lakshmana and truly bawling in high pitched but mellow voice called Rama, Lakshmana, and whose hair lengths are tousled and whose felicitous vermilion mark on her forehead is smudged very untidily, that decahedral demon abducted such an uncompromising husband devote Vaidehi only from his self, only for his self ruination. She who is already detracted from her kinsfolk in Maithila or in Ayodhya, that Maithili with pretty teeth and clean cut smile is then distanced from the only two lost kinsmen, for either Raghava or Lakshmana or both are unseen by her, and thus her face is paled, for she is chastened by the cumber of concentration. Thus, this is the 52nd chapter in Aranya Kanda of Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.